On the hunt for comfortable, timeless Western boots? You already know the best place to shop for quality boots is at your local Tacova store. So stop by Tacova's Nashville, at the Mall at Green Hills, or on Broadway by Ryman Auditorium. That's right, you now have 2 locations to choose from. Grab a cold one as you shop and get fitted by a pro. Tacova's Nashville is at your service, and you can find your perfectly fitted dream boots with the help of their expert staff. Everyone will be asking where you got your sick new boots, but I won't be asking because I know they must be Tacova's. That's TECOVAS.com. Don't go gently, y'all. Today on CityCast Nashville, we've got your guide to August. We don't want you to be bummed because you missed out on the coolest August activities, so this is going to serve as your bucket list to get the most out of the month. We're talking about some of the upcoming festivals, fairs, and events for film buffs. Also, kids are headed back to school and college kids are headed to Nashville, so we're talking about preparing for school and getting to know Nashville with your college ID. For National Dog Month, we're doing our best to do a fantasy draft of the best bar patios to take your dog to. In addition to these monthly guides, here at CityCast Nashville, we bring you daily episodes with the stories that connect you with the city that you love. CityCast Nashville is presented by our exclusive launch sponsor, Tacova's. It's August 1st, I'm Grace Fuse, and this is what Nashville's talking about. Folks, I am here with Hey Nashville newsletter editor Margaret Kingsbury.
Hey.
And our producer, Marie Cecile Anderson. Say hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie. We're trying to give you our guide to August in Nashville. And first off, we want to talk about some of the fairs and festivals that are coming up. The first one is the Williamson County Fair that starts August 2nd and goes through August 10th. I recommend funnel cake in general. Do you guys go to county fairs? Do you like county fairs?
I don't think I've been to a county fair since I was in high school when I went to the Dixon County Fair.
Oh.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah, the Dixon County Fair is amazing, but I have not been in 5 years. Just kidding. It's not how long.
Would you dare to go on a county fair roller coaster?
I would not do that.
Margaret?
Definitely not the Dixon ones anyway.
Okay, heard.
I did as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I keep meaning, because I have a kid, and I keep meaning to go to these fairs, and every year I make a list of them, and then we never end up going. But the Williamson County Fair is supposed to be good, and then the Tennessee State Fair is like the biggest fair in the state.
Yeah, and that's August 15th through 24th, right?
Yeah, that's correct. And they have really weird food, too.
Fried butter.
Yeah.
Fried butter? Do you have fried
butter.
Oreos? I'm assuming yes. Fried, they just have a fryer and they just go off with it.
Just stand after stand of fryers is my impression.
That's incredible.
Yeah, they're like, you want to fry your shoe? Let's try it.
So, but if you, instead of having fried food, want to have a fruit/vegetable, there is Tomato Arts Fest that is August 9th and 10th. That's going to take over 5 points. That's a lot. It's just an homage to the tomato, and there is a lot going on there.
And every year I think about, they have like a haiku contest.
Yes.
And I think about
haiku.
joining that. Yeah.
You absolutely should. I don't think that you get anything except for bragging rights, but I mean, can't just do things for the prizes, you know?
Well, money's always nice.
Yeah, money
That's true.
would be nice. But if you love tomatoes, you should check that out. If you don't love tomatoes, but do love live music and events and weird kitschy things, you should go. You could even decorate your house with tomatoes and try to compete for the house decorating contest.
Ooh, I do enjoy seeing that.
Yeah.
They get very creative.
We'll actually have a whole guide to Tomato Fest for you on August 8th. So check that out. We have on this list a baby fair. Marie, what is this?
Woo! Actually, it says WTF is a baby fair.
That is what it says, but I'm censoring myself.
That's good. No, that makes sense. No, I came across it. It's the Nashville Baby Fair, and it's Saturday, August 10th from 10 to 1 at Ascension St. Thomas Hospital in Midtown. And what it looks like is that moms, dads, and friends can tour the birthing facilities and meet OBGYNs and nurses, midwives, just to gain valuable insight about their upcoming experiences there. I was at St. Thomas last year when my godson was born. So that was quite, and I was asked to leave the room for about 2 hours. And then I came back and I had a godson. It was the coolest experience of my life. But yeah, I think that's really neat that they're offering that. It's put on by Nashville Parent Magazine.
I had mine at Centennial because that's where my husband was working at the time. And they had something similar there, but I missed it because I went into labor early. So
I'm sad you missed Baby Fest. That sounds like that would have been a cool opportunity.
Ooh,
So if
yeah.
you have a baby incoming, you can go, incoming baby!
Incoming baby!
For the adults, though, we also have Music City Brewers Festival coming up Saturday, August 24th. Shameless plug, you should look at the article that I wrote on August food festivals, because that is one you should probably get tickets to in advance, because if the tickets sell out, you can't get them at the door. And those tickets include a souvenir cup and tastings from over 40 breweries, as well as seltzers, spirits, ciders, and alcohol alternatives. And you also could get a ticket that's cheaper if you're the DD. So if you're not drinking, you can still go in and pay less, which is, I hope that somebody's doing that for all of you. Just as a recommendation. Are you guys a fan of like beer tastings and stuff? You into this?
The sickest I've ever been in my entire life was after a craft beer festival in Brooklyn, because when they all mix in your belly. So I do really enjoy home brews and craft beers and stuff, but the key is to pace yourself. That's for sure. But I love talking to the brewers and learning, especially if there's like a different kind of flavor. If they're like, "Oh, I put in grapefruit rinds." I'm like, I want to hear all about it.
Ooh, a note of grapefruit.
Oh, a little fruit.
Margaret, how do you feel about such things?
I don't drink, so this isn't my scene.
They have non-alcoholic alternatives, but yeah, heard. That's definitely fair. The cool thing about this one also is that the proceeds benefit the Nashville Humane Association, and it's actually National Dog Month, so that's kind of cute. Marie, I would love it if you'd tell us a little bit about some of these film festivals and stuff that are coming up.
I love that we have all these fun film festivals in August. So we have the Defy Film Festival. It's August 16th and 17th. And actually, people from around the globe come to Nashville for this independent film festival, which is so cool. And I guess it's in its 9th year. And what they do, they really uplift kind of underground cinema, avant-garde type things, just weird stuff, which I think is so cool. We're actually going to have the director of this film festival on later in the month to talk more about it, because I love learning about independent filmmakers, and a lot of them are from Nashville, and several of them had filmed their films in Nashville. So we'll learn more about that coming up.
That's so cool. And if you're a filmmaker, this is a good month for you too.
Yes.
What's up with that?
We have the 48-hour film project. And what that means is that you have 48 hours to make a film. And I actually did it in 2021. And it's such a great way to find your community of filmmakers, work with friends. You go to the opening ceremony thing that they have on Friday. They give you a genre, a character, a prop, and a line of dialogue that has to be included in the film. And you draw from a hat, or actually when I did it, you had to throw a dart at a balloon. And then it popped, and then
What was your balloon?
Oh God, it was like sci-fi, and then I had to have Dr. Anderson, it was just like this crazy.
Yeah.
So you really can't do much preparation. And then they have a full ceremony, a big premiere of all the films, and then they vote for them. And then the winner gets to go on to other festivals.
For more casual moviegoers with truly refined palates like August is a really good month for the Nightlife 615 movies, because it's so hot in the morning and the day that in the evenings it's cooled down to like a perfect temperature for an outdoor movie. I think you should definitely pay for the early entry and actually show up early with chairs. It will be so hard to get a good view if you show up even slightly after general admission, because everyone shows up right at general admission. There will be a long line. But I would recommend going. I saw Men in Black recently, which is actually unironically one of my top 5 favorite movies. I don't know what that says about me, but the cool thing is that if you show up early, there's a lot of food trucks. You can have food there. 2 of the ones that are coming up in August are Crazy Stupid Love on August 8th and School of Rock August 22nd, which are obviously some of the best movies that have ever been made. This one is 21 plus though, so not kid friendly. We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some kid friendly things with our token parent. And by kid friendly, I mean your kids are finally out of the house. It's back to school time. We'll be right back. Margaret, please tell us what you guys are doing to prepare for back to school and what's going on with that in your world.
Yeah, so back to school for MNPS, the Metro School, starts August 6th. And it's a half day for pre-K and kindergarten for August 6th and August 7th. So the full day for all grades, August 8th, but everybody still starts on August 6th.
That's crazy early.
I know that feels so early.
It is. Like everyone I know tends to start late August to early September, but pretty much every school in Middle Tennessee starts in early August.
That's so weird. I feel like we always started after Labor Day weekend. Like I feel like that was exactly when we started, but bizarre. Okay, so how are you preparing?
Yeah, so first you need to get the school supply list, which I started working on this past weekend, and I learned something. So I went to the school website thinking that the school supply list that was on there would be accurate, but apparently it is not. The school PTO had the updated school supply list on Facebook.
What if you don't have a Facebook profile?
Exactly. And
So
many
true.
people don't.
Make a burner. Make a burner.
Make a burner account.
So I thought that was very bizarre, and I haven't received any emails about the school supply list either. So just a warning there. If you're having trouble finding your school supply list, see if you can check Facebook.
Can I ask a silly question?
Yeah, please do.
I raised my hand. The listeners, can you hear that I raised my hand? What sort of things are on a 2024 supply list for students these days?
So we had to buy 10 glue sticks.
10?
Oh, they're still using glue. That's good to
They're
hear.
still using glue?
At least the first graders are.
That, Marie?
Yeah, so for the listeners, I'm talking about first grade.
We have to make turkey cutouts. How are we going to do that without glue sticks?
Absolutely. I came home with many beautiful crafts.
I love it.
My daughter came home with many beautiful crafts last year. And I guess they're just vicious with these glue sticks.
I mean, I am too, honestly. Guys, I absolutely have a whole box of glue sticks because I love to craft, and I am demolishing a glue stick. Too much pressure. Too much pressure.
I got in trouble for eating glue when I was a child. Anyway.
Of course you did, Marie.
I did too.
I mean, it looks so appetizing. Okay. What else is on the supply list? Sorry.
I had 4 boxes of 24 count Crayola crayons.
Whoa. That's expensive. Wow.
It seemed like a lot.
Do you have any other hot tips for back to school for kids?
Make sure to check the school calendar because kids, the MNPS school calendar, you get just random days that are off. They'll just be like a Friday one week where the kids aren't in school or a Monday another week. And you want to make sure to have childcare lined up for those days. And then this year, there's a big change in that they're having Thanksgiving break, a whole week off for Thanksgiving break. In previous years, it's just been 2 or 3 days.
Oh, well, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
College kids are also coming to Nashville right now. So what do they need to know?
Nashville's a big college town. There's a ton of colleges here and in the surrounding areas. And I used to teach at Lipscomb. I taught 5 years at Lipscomb. And I always, like the very first day, I tried to go over some of the deals that kids could have. I say kids, but these college students could have. So at the Nashville Symphony, there's a program called Soundcheck where you can get $15 tickets, which if you have been to the Symphony, usually those tickets are like $40 or more. So $15 tickets is a big deal. And then the Frist, if you're a college student, you get $10 tickets, but even more importantly, you get in free Thursday nights from 5 to 8. And this is a great date night. My spouse and I used to go on dates. He's now my spouse, but we used to go on dates at the Frist on Thursday nights. So it's a great date night.
That's cute. Oh. How about things that they need to know about getting around Nashville?
Yeah, so a lot of colleges have WeGo passes. But I will say our transportation system isn't great, our public transit. However, Freddie O'Connell's trying to change that, the mayor, and expand it. And it's better than it was when I was in school.
Yeah, TBD on that, for sure.
Yeah.
So NFL season is right around the corner, which means a lot of people are working on their NFL fantasy drafts. We are going to do something different because it is National Dog Month, and that is what we are passionate about. So we're going to do a bar patios fantasy draft for places you can take your dog. Marie, would you like to start?
Sure. Let's see. So full disclosure, I have no idea how fantasy football works. Or
we're just going to go around and say a bar.
Okay, so my team picked
your top one, and then you can't say it over again. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of doing like a categories kind of moment. Is really what we're doing.
So next week you can explain soccer to me.
No. I can't. I don't like running for such distances, so I never got into it. Okay, Marie.
Okay, so for dogs, bearded iris in Germantown.
I like that one. Also because, as you guys heard in my Burger Week article that obviously everyone read, I love the Cabin Attic burgers. I've been compelled to want to go sit out on the Bearded Iris patio with a little dog. Actually, I think you can bring your dogs in. I've definitely seen dogs inside of Bearded Iris. Maybe don't quote me, but I've definitely seen dogs inside of Bearded Iris. I'm going to claim Schulman's, which I think is actually pronounced Skolman's because it's coming from Scully's people.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's a relatively small patio, but they have nice little picnic tables outside, and it's a good spot to bring your dog. And also, there's like a I don't know how to explain it. It's like the back section of the bar that's like not enclosed, and they don't care if you bring your dog in, just like order your drink. It's patio adjacent. It's like a semi-open area in the back. That's cute.
I love that bar.
So, go to the side to bring your dog in. Go to the back. I've never seen them be mad about a dog in there. I think that's good. Margaret, thoughts? Bar patio.
I'm going to fully embrace the fantasy aspect of this. And I want to go to the prancing pony from the Lord of the Rings and hang out with Merry, Pippin, Frodo, Sam, and hopefully catch a strider.
I love a fantasy draft. How perfect.
A true fantasy.
Fantasy. Yes. Are there dogs involved in the prancing pony?
No.
Are there dogs in the Lord of the Rings universe?
There's some really mean dogs that they ride.
Okay.
Some orcs.
Okay, cool. So maybe if you have a nice dog, you can bring it to the prancing pony in the Lord of the Rings universe.
You would think they would have in The Hobbit. You think they'd have some little dogs.
You would think
there.
That would be
They
cute.
seem like dog people.
I love Margaret. So when I went to the quilt museum, I made a little reel on Instagram of a Lord of the Rings quilt, and Margaret was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" I was like,
God.
"I know, it was really, really cool."
Yes, absolutely.
I love it.
Okay, we're back to Marie. Marie?
Well, in East Nashville, right on Main Street, Love and Exile.
That is a great one.
Right? I love that bar too. The wine there is excellent.
The nice thing is that they're very prepared for dogs. I think partially because sometimes Wags and Walks does events there. That's like one of our local dog rescues. At least last year, they had a bunch of these adoption events where you could go sit out in Love and Exile and like hold a puppy, pretend you're going to adopt one, or don't. I mean, I don't think they care if you're not actually going to adopt the dog, but hold a puppy, have a glass of wine. One of the things I love about Love and Exile is that they actually have a paper plane there, which is my favorite cocktail. I think it's called like B&A Carpet there, but it's a paper plane and it's a good drink.
What's in a paper plane?
It is equal parts bourbon, Amaro Nonino, Aperol, and lemon juice. And I would recommend.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I love that it's called B&A Carpet because we all know about that B&A Carpet.
We know about it. Okay. I'm going to say Inglewood Lounge is a pretty nice one in terms of it has like a little covered patio situation or the little picnic tables. I think that's a pretty good one. Margaret, thoughts?
The Sunflower Cafe, which I have been to in Berry Hill, is good for non-drinkers. They also have lots of gluten-free options.
Nice.
And vegetarian and vegan.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Marie, let's do this. We'll call this final round, perhaps.
Final round. Disc and cider.
Diskin is a great one.
Right? Bring your pup.
Yeah, bring your pup. Bring your pup. Lots of space for you to bring a pup.
And surprisingly, the cider is delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I was anti-cider, but when I was in Scotland, I drank a lot of cider. And then coming back to America, I was like scoffing at it over here. What can I say? But I went to Diskin and it's amazing. Really, really awesome, yummy cider.
Diskin is really good. If you're not like super into a classic apple cider or whatever, if you don't like that, there's so many other options that are like, they have like the like spicy mango habanero one or whatever, which does give me acid reflux issues. But other than that,
bring your Tums.
Bring your Tums. Final draft.
I'll just go with another fantasy pick. In the Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. It takes place the main character is in a bar telling this story. So I'd like to hang out there and hear this story for myself.
I would love a bar that has a bard. We should bring back bards.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bring back bards. I mean, I think Nashville probably, you could probably say that we are Bard City, if you're being honest here. Because there are...
That's true.
If you think about it, just switch the perspective a little bit. We got a lot of bards.
I've got some bard characters I've rolled. Just going to throw that out there.
Margaret is a bard. This is awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I feel ready for August. Do you guys feel good about this month?
I am ready for my kid to be in school, to be honest. So yes.
Yeah.
Well, I love that we've gone from baby fair to, drinking with your dog. So I think we really did our job justice.
Covered our bases. All right. Hell yeah, guys. That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. Hopefully we'll see you out at some of these events. And today's election day, so make sure you go out and vote. And if you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye!